got rid of Prop 8 today, and now it's the rally, our celebration.
That's right, West Hollywood. My name is Dustin Lance Black, and I am here to recruit you and to celebrate with you. Because today, freedom and equality yet again ring in the great state of California. And this time, no one will ever take it away from us again. Like so many of you here, I woke up this morning very early because I couldn't sleep, and I had my coffee, and I went online and I started checking, and in that time I started thinking back. I started thinking back to the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of gay and lesbian, bisexual and transgender people who over the decades were brave enough to come out when it was difficult to come out, to share their stories when that was not easy. That's right. Who gave us their names, and so many who gave us their lives and couldn't be here with us today for this celebration. And I think about them. Bernard Milk. And Harvey Bernard Milk, our dear hero, one of our father figures, he said to anyone who would listen in the waning days of his life, he said, "We can no longer be satisfied with crumbs. It is time that this community stop asking for crumbs and demand the real thing, because they may find that they could actually get it, and we have today." And he said to anyone who listened that if we're ever going to win equality for all, it is time to stop asking for crumbs and to start demanding equality from the federal government. And we've done that today, and we have won. So I thought of my forefathers, but I also thought about almost every single one of you who have also given your lives and your stories and your names to this movement so that we could be here today. And I want to thank all of you, and I want to congratulate all of you for going out there and winning freedom today, winning equality today, winning respect and protection for your families and your future families today. Congratulations for that. But most importantly, what every single one of us Californians won today was strength. We won strength, and we did it with our blood and our sweat and our tears and our stories and our lives and our love. But we are not done. And now it is time for each and every one of us to take that strength that you now feel as Californians, take that strength and take it to Texas, where I grew. And take it to Virginia, where my dear big brother lives. And take it to Holland, Michigan, where so many have been denied equality. And take it, please take it, to Altoona, Pennsylvania, to the place Harvey Milk talked about, and that young person who is still yearning to be free. You need to take your strength to these places and share this feeling with this nation, so we no longer leave a single one of our brothers or our sisters behind, no matter the love in their heart or which state they live. That is what we will do with this day. That is what we will do with this strength. Now we're here today to celebrate this community. We're here today to celebrate what we've all done to get this far. But before we hear from some of the community and our plaintiffs and our lawyers and the team at AFER, I want to acknowledge some of the elected officials who have helped make this reality, and I'm going to read the names of the ones who are here.
Now, I know you all are going to get married. Now live here, for Christ's sake. Listen, 30 years ago, 33, I came out when I was 17 years old in 1980, and I had a big future ahead of me. 21 years ago, I met the love of my life, and we became domestic partners here in West Hollywood. And 5 years ago, we got married. But it was 9 hours ago that the government said, "You belong." We are no longer the other. We are Americans. Thank you all very much, and thank you for coming to West Hollywood.
Thank you. Let's hear it. Big round of applause for our elected officials who helped make this day possible. Now, for our next guest, I have this long list of accomplishments.
And I couldn't be prouder to be here, to stand here with all of you to celebrate today. You see, today marks an historic day for civil rights, an historic day for the Constitution of the United States of America, an historic day for love, and a historic day for the LGBT community.
Who makes all of this real for us day in and day out, our leader and executive director, Adam Umhoefer.
Good evening, California. I'm Adam Umhoefer, and it's the great privilege of my life to be here with you tonight as the executive director of the American Foundation for Equal Rights, and as a full and equal citizen. 35 years ago this week, yesterday in fact, Harvey Milk urged us that telling our stories would be critical to getting us to this day. Come out to all the people you know, he said, once and for all, break down the myths, destroy the lies and distortions for your sake, for their sake. And that's what this case was about. We told our stories, and we told the truth. We told the stories of two loving couples who want something very simple, to be the same as everybody else. We told the story of two lawyers, nationally recognized as adversaries, each from a different end of the political spectrum, but equally offended by the idea that some Americans are less equal than others.
Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen, Ted Olson and David Boyd.
Thank you. This is a great day. I stood not so far from here. We are here because of all of you. We are here because of all of the support that all of you have given. We are here because people were not prepared to simply give up and accept second-class status. And because of that, today, in California, everyone is equal. Every family is equal, every love is equal, every child is equal. And we have made that happen in California. And the great thing is that 30% of the country today lives under marriage equality. But the terrible thing is that 70% of this country still doesn't. And the great thing about the Supreme Court decisions that we got today was that not only did it kill Proposition 8 dead and kill DOMA, but it laid the principles and the foundation to eliminate discrimination everywhere. Because what the Supreme Court held, again, is that all people are equal, all love is equal, and everyone has the right to enjoy the kind of families that we all aspire to. It is that kind of principle that establishes the right to marriage equality for everyone. And until there's a medic, we need a medic over to the right side. If there's a medic, right over here. We have.
We got a dog.
It'll be just a moment while we try to make sure that whoever's over there is taken care of. One of the great pleasures of this, in addition to working for a cause that I believe is the most important cause I've ever been involved in my life, is the opportunity to work with Ted Olson. People used to call us the odd couple. They used to wonder what we were doing, working together. Well, we've worked together, we've become close friends, and I think the message that we've tried to send is that this is not an issue of Republican or Democrat. It's not an issue of conservative or liberal. It's an issue of human rights, of civil rights, of constitutional rights. It's an issue of, are we going to fulfill, finally, the promises of our Constitution and our Declaration of Independence, that all people are equal, that all people have the inalienable right to pursue happiness in their own way.
Ted was very true when he put Jeff and Paul on the witness stand and Chris and Sandy testified. That won the case because they told who they were, what it was like to be victims of discrimination, what it was like for their family, how they felt about marriage, what it would mean to them to be able to be married, what it would mean to them to be treated as equals in the state that they lived in. And the other 12 days of the trial were important, but they meant nothing compared to that testimony. The second best thing was when David Boies, who was the finest trial lawyer in the United States, there's nobody on the planet that disagrees with that. Especially the witnesses that were brought into court. Well, I should say that the other side, the proponents of Proposition 8, listed 8 witnesses that they were going to bring into court to testify about the issues that were involved in the case. David Boies and members of our legal team went out and took their depositions. And 6 of those witnesses decided that they had something else to do rather than come to the trial.